understand what's going on. And let me tell you this, today I've got showers and showers for you. I'm gonna teach you two crazy things that you can start thinking about and then implementing. It can be easy if you think it's easy. And whatever you think is hard, it's gonna be hard. So stay tuned because right now I'm gonna bring it all down. Welcome back to Be Fruitful and Be Greatness, where I share entrepreneurial ideas and also strengthen you and I on our journey in life, because life is never really that easy. It's full of ups and downs, and how do we navigate through those things? So welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do, I think this is going to be my last part of doing this, because the other thing that I would want us to go back to is actually the topic which I started with before I came to this one, which opened a new Pandora box. So we are going to go back to the original one where we started from before, after this one. So today, I actually want to talk about how you can actually make $1 million on a salary within 3 to 5 years, because it is possible. A lot of people think it's impossible, but it is possible. And again, if you think it's possible and you think it's not possible, whichever way, you are right. So then let me start with telling you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about strategic investment. I'm a teacher, so I always have my notes with me. We're going to talk about strategic investment, and we're also going to talk about real estate. So let me also say this to everyone here. I come here to teach, not because I know everything, but because I have experienced some things that I know can make everybody's life easy. I made mistakes, I ended up in debt, but I know some things that actually pulled and moved the needle for me, which I think if you are going to use them, you are going to be successful. So take my advice, because I know what it is to actually make $1 million. I've made more than just 1 million. I know what it is, and I know the grind is real, but also you can work smarter before you start toiling so much. Read my description box, because I have actually written something very, very important. And let's get into it. Strategic investments. I talked a little about this last time. What strategic investment is about is what I'm going to call bills and bonds. A lot of countries offer bills and bonds in their national bank. If you're in Zambia, it could be the Bank of Zambia. If you're in another country, I don't know, but you should find out about it, because it will always be there. Now, bills and bonds, mostly bills and bonds, they pay you nothing less than 10% interest if you put the right amount. And that is where we are going to start thinking smart. Like I mentioned last time, when you put up a budget, you say 10%, I'm going to put my 10% into, welcome, whoever is here, welcome here. Put your 10% into a savings account. When you have put up to a certain amount, check what your national bank says about treasury bills and also bonds. Check how much the minimum is. It's usually low, but you do this. Put in a savings account so that your savings account gives you at least 8%. After 6 months, take it from the savings account and put it into the treasury bills or into the bonds. I think in some countries they call them funds or something. Do what fits with your country. There are funds. There are a lot of other things that you can put them into, which gives you better interest. So put in your savings account first. When you have a good chunk, put it into the bills and the bonds, or otherwise funds. Why am I saying this? Because the amount that you put in a fund determines how much turnover you will get. So if you put like 1,000, they will give you a lower interest rate. Whereas if you put 10,000, you have a higher interest rate. They go like that. With the more investment you put, the more they give you. So be wise. Put it in your savings account. After 6 months, when you have at least 10,000, put it now into the treasury bills, the funds, or even the bonds. When you do that, this is what will happen. And now I'm going to get very mathematical, and I'm going to show you how it works. There's a rule called the rule of compounding, called the rule of 72. So if, let's say, Jesus Christ, these things. So let's say 72 is the rule of compounding. This rule means if you divide any number of the interest that you have, it is going to show you how many years you have to wait for your money to double up. Let's say you have 10,000. This 10,000, it can be to 20,000. That's a double up. This is where you have to get clever. The rule of 72 says, what is your interest rate? Your interest rate, for example, is 12. That means, you see, 12 divided by 72 is going to mean in 6 years, you are going to have 20,000 on your account. It is the rule of 72. That's how a doubling on your account happens. So imagine you put this money now. Again, after 6 years, this money is going to be 40,000. Again, this 40,000 double. In 18 years, when your child is whatever, they're going to get 80,000. So, where is this interesting for you? This is not money that you are going to use right now. It's money that you are going to save, so that at some point when you get old, when your children get old, they can get this money. So you do this now so that you save something for what people call a rainy day. I don't believe in a rainy day. Just get prepared now. This is what you can do. Remember, it's the rule of doubling. This is one thing that you can do. Then another thing that I want you to start thinking about is this. Real estates. Real estates are actually a very big thing. Unless Elon Musk finds out how we can live in mobile cars, mobile homes, until then, each one of us has a possibility of actually going into real estates. And some people say it's very expensive, it's whatever. If you ask me, the cheapest way to go with real estate is to buy something that is already built. Why? Because the time that you're going to use on making mistakes on building and all that, that is very expensive. I'm telling you from experience. And also, if you're not doing a big block, it's very expensive to go and just build one house. So if you have the possibility to just buy something that is already complete, do that. It's better you work with renovations. And again, as you work with that thought, think location, 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 location. Location is everything when it comes to real estate. You can buy a very beautiful house, but if it's in an area where people cannot rent it, then you're wasting your money. So location is everything when it comes to real estate. And let me give you some ideas on how you can go about it. In some countries, like maybe Africa, where the salary is low, this is what I can say to you. I know that there are things called cooperatives. Here in Denmark, cooperatives have made it so big that they own the meat industry, they own the dairy industry, so they call the prices. We just go and pay whatever they ask. The milk in Denmark is very expensive. And why? Because all the farmers have teamed together and they have set the price. That is the strength of having a cooperative, the biggest strength of having a cooperative. Then you have a monopolization of the market. But if you're going to say, I'll do this on my own, the most likely thing is that you're going to go very slow, or maybe you even fail to finish your project. So try and team up with some people who have the same idea like you, people whom you know have an economy that is stable. Try and find people whom you know the day you're going to fall, they are going to pick you up. Team up with them and make a cooperative. This is just what I can advise. Then, each one of you in this cooperative, if each one of you puts 10,000, each one 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 here. And let's say maybe you are 8. If you're 8 people putting 10,000, this is going to be 80,000. Then you can go to the bank and ask for a loan. This is one other way of doing it. Go to the bank, ask for a loan in the name of everyone, and you're going to build an account where the money is going to. So you share the dividends according to what each one of you put there. That means it's going to be a percentage to each one of you, and it has to be under agreed circumstances. So find out how you create a cooperative in your country, and then use this one, because this one actually works miracles if you have friends who want to do the same like you. So you can go and ask for the bank to actually lend you that money. Or if you live in Africa, the owner of that house will literally say, this is the down payment. Down payment. So if this is the down payment, then you agree, we are going to pay you in a period of 1 year. If, let's say, the house was going for 100 and let's put it at 160, but he wants 50% upfront. That means you have another 80,000 to pay him for the next 12 months. That is doable. 80,000 in a span of 12 months, that is not a lot of money. You can do the calculation. I need you to also be active. Then think about it. You rent this house, this one house alone, to somebody for 6,000. They are paying you 6,000 every month. Already from day one, you are able to pay this man back his money. So if you buy a house that is already complete, this is what I'm saying. You already have money to start paying back to the person that lent you the money. This is very, very clever. Whereas if you start building on your own, all the money is covered, unless it's a very big investment. All your money is covered in. And there is nothing you are going to say, now I'm getting money. You are not getting any money from anywhere. But this way, you already have money to pay him back. And after 1 year, all the 6,000 that is coming in, it will be 72,000 at the end of the year, actually, that you are going to make. So think, if you've been paying this guy out, and there's this, every year you have 72,000. After that, for the rest of your life, you 8 people. If you're wise, you're going to start now moving to project 2. Then you move to project 3. You move to project 4. The whole idea is to do a repetition. People who win in anything, this is what they do. They find something they like, they work around it, it starts giving money, they go and get another one. The same. Then they go and get another one and another one. They stack them. When you stack things that are the same, you don't set your mind on 100 things. You set your mind on one idea that is just in repetition. So when this one goes wrong, you know exactly how to correct it, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So get into the idea of thinking, how do I stack up my investments? How do I pull them up together so that they give me a very, very bigger income at the end of the day? So it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. I hope you got something. I know the topics about money are boring and whatever, but that's why a lot of people are broke. And that is why a lot of people think you really have to toil so hard that you're even going to break your back before you can make what you want. Go into this strategic investment. Find people that you can work with and then make a cooperative. Build your real estates based on cooperatives. Because within 1 or 2 years or 3 years, you'll be out of that debt. Then you can start project 2, repeat project 3, repeat project 4. And before you know it, everything is according to how you want it to be. So anyway, this is your girl, Lydia. If you're going to be a poor person, then it's by choice. somebody being poor on this clock when money is coming for free from everywhere, then you are just not using your head. So wake up. It's time for everybody to actually have the money. This thing of starting with basic things, we don't really need that. Everybody has the capability to make money according to what they want and according to how they want to do it. So stay blessed and be fruitful and be greatness. Take care of yourselves and have a lovely week. I hope this actually anchors you into something that you can start thinking about. And if you can't work with other people, join forces, you have good money, just listen to my video again and see how you can work alone. It's not impossible, and I totally encourage people who want to work alone. It's just that when we move together with others, we go further. But when we move alone, we just go faster, but we don't come very far. So take care of yourselves and enjoy this very day and the whole of the week. See you again next time on Be Fruitful and Be Greatness. Love you guys. Bye-bye.